Really appreciate your time today. Again, my name is Adam Burke. I'm Vice President of Sales and Partnerships at Quest Technology Management. We are going to be going over some sales training on technical on-call support for you as a Quest channel partner and how to position this with your accounts, with your customers, how to bring value to them with this dynamic offering that we have. It's a game changer when it comes to supporting organizations in a dynamic way. We've been rolling this program for about 5 years now. Have lots and lots of new customers under it, seen huge growth. This is a door opener. It's a service that organizations, when you talk to them about what they're really struggling with around resources and scheduling and IT operations and support, one of the biggest and most prevalent challenges we're seeing in the middle market, in the SMB space, and in the enterprise is IT resources and people. So again, Quest, our main go-to-market is we're an IT company, and how can we help? That's what we believe to our core. And technical on-call support is something that we have seen consistently. Your customers and our partners need help with on-call support for technical resources. So let's get into it. So we put together a playbook, and this is part of the training for that playbook, where you, as a trusted advisor, as an organization that's out there helping your customers in the IT space, technical on-call support is something that can be a catalyst for growth and additional revenue opportunities within your account base. So we put together some campaigns. We want you to offer this as a service, as a value to your clients, to give them the ability to access experts, on-site, emergency, and scheduled resources 24/7 whenever they need them under a service level agreement with access to a service manager and 24/7 network operations center for dispatch, scheduled and emergency and remote services. All resources across the board are available to your clients. And what we're trying to do is make sure you're comfortable understanding what technical on-call support is. It's going to help you with your clients schedule more engagement and get more involved in their day-to-day operations. So one of the main things that our partners and clients are struggling with is a lot of different technology, a lot of different platforms rolling out, a lot of different software as a service, subscriptions, renewals, patches, all sorts of stuff. There's a million things going on at all times, right? IT is changing all the time. We see subscriptions change. We see licensing SKUs change. We see migration challenges. We see upgrades. Lots and lots of things are going on all the time. And IT organizations are strained in order to accommodate those changes. So the key opportunity here is that technical on-call support is a scalable service that can offer your clients and their primary IT organizations solutions and help them resolve and maintain their business operations quickly. So what is technical on-call support and where did it come from? Right? Technical on-call support has been something that's been embedded in Quest service agreements since we've had them, right? So we've been a managed services company for about 25 years now, since 1999. And within those managed service accounts, we have been able to support organizations with our entire bench of engineers, right? Everything from on-site, level 1 technicians, help desk personnel, structured cabling, fiber, those types of folks who, hey, I need this resource at this location to help me deploy these assets, right? So think everything from a level 1 technician, help desk technician, for physical infrastructure, all the way through advanced architecture, cybersecurity, forensics, everything in between, right? So if your clients are looking for help, and this is what we found when we were as a managed service provider, we maybe have been helping them in one area of their service offering, right? Managing their firewalls, monitoring their switches, monitoring their servers. Maybe we were just patching something for them. Maybe we were just providing a backup target for them. And what we found was those systems connect to a lot of other areas of their IT environment, right? You can't have firewalls that aren't connected to servers. You can't have, endpoint detection or video surveillance that's not tied back to some local area network or something that's going on there. You can't have servers that maybe don't have SQL instances on them. So there are lots of interconnections between these platforms and between these environments. And what we found was organizations would sometimes struggle to help support and maintain and operate systems that were connected to services that we were helping to manage, maintain, and monitor. And they go through struggles finding resources who could help execute on those. We had those environments built out and have the ability to support those, but shame on us. Sometimes our customers didn't know we had those resources. The worst thing that we all hear as sales folks is, I didn't know you guys did that, right? So classic example, 10 years ago, we would have a service level agreement with a client where we're helping to monitor and maintain their firewall. And we come in on a Monday and the service manager gets on the phone for the weekly check-in with the client, see how they're doing. And they expressed that they really struggled over the weekend with a SQL database issue. Well, that client, again, shame on us, this is our fault, didn't know that they had the ability through their existing service level agreement with Quest to engage our team, our 24/7 network operations team, open a ticket and say, hey, I know you guys just support my firewall, but I also understand you have a very mature Microsoft and SQL database administration practice. Can I get some help with my SQL database issue? Right? I know, and it's not under contract, but they can open up a ticket and get a time and material, either emergency, remote, or a scheduled on-site resource for any issue that they had. This was embedded, and this capability, technical on-call support, has been embedded in our service level agreements for the last 25 years. And what we found was, and again, this was our fault, we had to call that out specifically, and we created a service specifically around technical on-call support without any other managed services attached to it. So oftentimes, if you're managing someone's firewall or you're managing someone's switch or whatever it is, they can just see you as maybe that one thing. So what we did was, this is still embedded in all of our managed services agreements, but we broke this out as a standalone service that allows organizations to just engage with Quest for technical on-call support. And again, they can leverage it in multiple ways. They can schedule it, right? 24 to 48 hours in advance. They can schedule on-site resources or remote resources, or in the event of a disaster, an incident from a cybersecurity perspective, they can engage our team under an emergency. So all the different technicians, all the different skill sets, everything from level 1 technician all the way through advanced cybersecurity, architect, API, application development, VoIP, firewall, switch, regardless of the technology, every single resource we have on our bench of resources on an international basis is available to clients under technical on-call support services. And it's a very, very cost-effective way for you to get your clients resources that can help them, whether it's remotely, on-site and scheduled, or on an emergency basis. It helps if they're struggling with business continuity. It helps if they're struggling with constraints around IT resources. It helps if they're struggling finding people that are working with their organization, or as technology is changing very quickly. So some of the key offerings that you can provide your client, again, is 24 access, 24/7, 365 access to support. It's the ability to basically phone a friend. If anyone remembers, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you can phone a friend if they need help when they're going through an upgrade, when they're going through a patch, when they're going through a change. And you know what? Hey, we've never done this before. We would really like someone who could come in and be a little bit of maybe a safety net or just a sounding board. Hey, we're dealing with this type of an upgrade or this type of migration. Regardless of it's going, hey, we're moving from this platform to a Microsoft platform. we're moving from this backup technology to this one. Hey, we're renewing our VMware licensing and we need XYZ upgrade support, or we've never done this patch before. Great opportunity to schedule an expert resource who's been in the trenches before doing that exact same thing and work with your client through that process, right? The expertise that's available to your clients through technical on-call support is fantastic. It can be scheduled, it can be emergency, it can be remote. Access to every type of engineer that you can imagine is available through our technical on-call support and our bench of engineers. So fantastic opportunity. It is comprehensive. Again, it is from a cable technician. Hey, I just need to dispatch someone to go out to a site to hang some access points or replace a switch, or they can save on travel costs. They don't have to dispatch their IT person and lose all that travel time. We can coordinate that for them. Very cost effective when you look at all the things that go into getting someone on site. Technical on-call support can be a scheduled engagement to help get that done. Organizations, again, around business continuity, the cost-effective nature of this, it is a retainer-based engagement. So we create with you and your customer a budget around what size retainer they would like to engage in. Our minimum is $5,000. So it is a $5,000 minimum retainer that they can basically put in the talks agreement that then they draw against based on whatever resources they need. All the rates are published in the agreement. Again, there are remote resources. There are scheduled on-site resources, and then there's emergency rates for either dispatch on site or after hours and emergency same day resources to get scheduled. So again, lots of key areas where this can help. It's a comprehensive full stack capability, very cost effective when you bundle in all of the other concepts of having multiple skill sets on staff, long-term staff augmentation contracts, things like that. This is a very flexible and very dynamic type of an offering. One thing that we'll kind of highlight of what this is not, and there's some other training available around that we're going to be doing around staffing. This is not a staffing engagement. These are ad hoc hours where basically you're leveraging someone to help you short time. Maybe it's a small upgrade or project-based engagement, or you want to schedule a resource your clients want to schedule a resource every couple weeks, to help with certain features. Maybe, you're rolling out a new wireless solution, or you're helping or bring on a new SaaS option for your clients and their end users. This is not staff aug. Staff aug's typically longer term contracts, right? 3 months, 6 months, year engagements for a specific resource. This is, hey, we need someone for 4 hours next week to do XYZ. Hey, we need to schedule this person to go out here for a couple hours and help hang this AP. Or we need someone to help with this project. Can we schedule, 8 hours, next week when we're doing the cut? So again, a little ad hoc, but very dynamic and flexible for your clients. One of the things that when you're talking to your clients, hey, what do you talk to them about? Like, how is this relevant to them? Again, highlight the idea that they have the phone a friend option, right? The Uber for engineering, if you will. Hey, I need this resource at this time with this skill set to help me with XYZ. That is a 24/7, the ability to help an organization achieve their goals and get them the right resources at the right time. Huge opportunity. A lot of clients, once the light bulb kind of switches on for them, they realize that this can get them the engineer that they need at the place and time where they need them. Huge opportunity for anyone running an IT organization, right? It's always about, hey, do I have the right people to help me execute the mission? And Talks does that for your clients. So when you're talking to your clients, if they're struggling with that, if they're struggling with finding people and resources, and we get calls all the time, hey, Quest, do you do this? Hey, Quest, can you help with this? hey, have you guys heard of this before? That's what your clients are asking for. That's what you guys are asking for. So make sure to engage and just ask that question. Hey, do you need some help with that? It's very cost effective when they're looking at, bringing on a new full-time employee or how they want to do that. These are incremental charges, right? They have a retainer. They can put a retainer in place. We have retainers in place everywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 and larger. It just depends how they want to budget for that time and how they want to basically draw against that over time with the different skill sets and how they see scheduling that. So extremely cost effective. We dispatch technicians from local markets if they want to go on site. If they're, a lot of technical on-call support is conducted remotely, right? So we can engage remotely, jump on a video session with them, jump on a remote, viewing session with them to help troubleshoot or whatever they're dealing with. Lot of flexibility around that, and very, very cost effective when it compares to, bringing on long-term consultants or full-time staff. For your clients, and the benefit here is this gives them a little bit of the emergency capability around, hey, when something goes bump in the night or something, maybe goes a little sideways and they need emergency support with someone who knows them and knows a little bit about their environment. This isn't a monitoring or management contract, but they have a option to, call their service manager, call the 800 number, call the network operations center, open up an emergency ticket for emergency support. And, we know them, we have, contracts and terms and billing in place already. It's a quick escalation point that they can get help when needed very, very quickly. Something that a lot of your clients are struggling with is when something goes wrong, they're not exactly quite sure who to call in an emergency situation. Technical on-call support is a great option for them to have somebody who has their back in the event of an emergency, right? And Quest has been doing this for over 40 years. We've been in the industry. We've been in healthcare. We've been in finance. We've been in banking. We've been in retail. We've been in manufacturing, been in public sector. We have the resources and the bench of engineers that can help across multiple industries. We know how to do this. We've, been in a lot of these challenging situations. We know what type of regulations are coming down, and a lot of organizations are going to need help executing against those regulations and against those, those new challenges coming up in the cybersecurity and in the compliance world. So, fantastic opportunity for you to cross into that space and help across a lot of different areas. As far as like, hey, how do I qualify an opportunity? The main thing is if you have someone who's interested in having a conversation, open up an opportunity, bring someone from our team in. We'd love to have this conversation, but really what technical on-call support addresses is a pain and a need that every organization has. Every organization has unique IT challenges and unique, resource constraints. It could just be someone we just, had an example with a partner that, last week who brought on a talks agreement with their customer because their main IT networking person who ran the network and knew a lot about their environment was going on medical leave for about 6 months. And they needed to have senior network engineering resources on retainer in the event that something serious happened, that their level 2 and level 3 person who are going to be backing up this person who's going on medical leave could not accommodate. So they put the talks agreement in place. Hey, in the event there's an event and we don't have access to this person anymore to help, we need someone who's senior and can help come in and execute and recover the network or manage the environment for them in the event of a challenge when that person was out on medical leave. So it's a continuity conversation, right? How do they handle if something goes wrong, right? If a critical IT issue comes up or a key resource leaves, what are they going to do? It takes time to hire. It takes time to find people. It takes time to interview. Technical on-call support gives them the ability to say, Quest, I need this resource. I need him or her at this time, and we're going to be working on this challenge. And basically, your service manager works with you and your customer to say, Roger that. Here's the resource we have available. Here's their skill set. Schedule it, and we roll. So it gives them the ability to maintain operations even when everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face, and people get punched in the face all the time in IT. Tox is going to help them roll with that and understand, hey, they have someone who has their back from a resourcing perspective. When you're chatting with the customers around, hey, their labor costs are going up. Everyone knows that. People are trying to run a business. People are trying to, operate within some constrained budgets. So, we've helped public schools, we've helped credit unions, we've helped, regional healthcare providers get expertise in different resources across the IT stack and help them maintain those constrained budgets, as opposed to maybe having to go out and bring on someone else full time. Not everyone has the luxury of doing that. Just because a certain manufacturer or software or OEM changes the way that their platforms are being run, doesn't mean that every one of your customers has the ability to go hire a new resource to accommodate that. So technical on-call support gives them the ability to incrementally support those changes, those updates, those migrations. They can bring in the resources to do it on an ad hoc basis, and gives them a lot of flexibility for the long term. So now, what's in it for you? We're all sales folks, right? These are long-term revenue building engagements, because think about what technical on-call support means. It means that you're there as their partner when they need help, and they're going to be sharing all these different challenges that they have with you around, hey, I need a person to help with this delivery. I need a person to help with this challenge. We had one partner got involved in a very, very significant application development project because he positioned technical on-call support, and we were able to help go in and manage and maintain and support, not manage and maintain. We were able to go in and evaluate and resolve a significant database issue that they had. And then that customer said, well, hey, thanks for that, right? And they used our DBA on a technical on-call support on the retainer for a while. And then that progressed into additional opportunities around helping to build and upgrade that application. That same thing can happen in the cybersecurity space. Hey, we're seeing these types of threats. Can we bring in someone to help us look at our compliance or look at our security framework? Absolutely. They engage from a technical on-call support. That person gets plugged in under a Tox agreement, right, to help them troubleshoot something. That obviously is a very, very easy transition into, hey, by the way, we help monitor, maintain, and operate these types of cybersecurity environments. So technical on-call support is a fantastic entry point into every level of the IT stack. And you as the partner can let us know, hey, Quest, I got these 2. I need your help with these 4. Or I got these 5. I need your help with these 10. Right? So fantastic opportunity, long-term loyalty building engagement with your clients. You're there to help them at the point where they need the most help. And technical on-call support is a fantastic entry-level engagement. And just candidly, if you're talking to a client who doesn't have $5,000 to retain services that can help them in an ad hoc basis, that's a tough place to be. And I would strongly recommend that every single one of your customers that's running a business is spending significantly more on IT than a basic $5,000 retainer. This is a slam dunk entry for anyone who's running an IT environment. Candidly, I have not been on a call with a partner who has a trusted advisor relationship with their account who has not gone forward with a technical on-call support agreement. It's a slam dunk, and it oftentimes leads to significant cross-sell and upsell opportunities around supporting different aspects of their IT. So fantastic long-term revenue opportunity. So we built, again, the playbook. This is a little bit of a training, and thanks for sticking with me on this. We've built playbooks around content. So we have email templates for you. We have brochures for you. We have some predefined LinkedIn posts that are designed to help you promote, the technical on-call support to your clients under your brand and through your channels. So the playbooks that we've put together for you, again, email templates, brochures, LinkedIn posts. We want to basically help you with that, and we have some training sessions with some partner advocates in our team who want to get with you or get with your marketing folks or get with who's ever kind of reaching out to your clients and help you with that sales enablement. So we have that sales enablement training available. If you'd like to leverage it, please reach out to your channel manager. Please reach out to partners@questsys.com. We'd love to work with you and get you fully enabled with that toolkit. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen and go through this with us. We're doing this across the stack in everything that we do. But technical on-call support is a fantastic opportunity to help your clients where they need help today, regardless of if it's on-site, if it's remote and scheduled, or if it's an emergency-based engagement. So again, thanks again. Please reach out to your channel manager, partners@questsys.com for any information. And again, we have these playbooks ready to go and would love to work with you on putting together some outreach. Thanks again and have a great day.